All right, first of all, I want to wish everyone a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, the baby mamas, and all that good stuff out there. Happy Mother's Day to you guys. All right, so since today is Mother's Day, I'm going to keep this video real short. So I'm going to hang out with Nancy. And first of all, let's start with the news for this week. There is only one big news event, and it is the CPI numbers or inflation numbers, which will be coming out on Tuesday for the U.S. Okay, so Tuesday is going to be the big day with inflation numbers coming out. Okay, so not much else showed up, so that's the reason why I didn't give you the full, breakdown. Here's what to look for, blah 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 for each pair, because really wasn't much out there to look for. So Tuesday again is the big day for inflation numbers for the U.S. So just be careful. All right, so let's go to the pairs. As you can see right here, I think this is creating a head and shoulders pattern. I'm on the 4-hour time frame, so you have your head right here, and you have your left shoulder, and I think this is going to be forming the right shoulder over here. And then after that, you can expect a drop. So where would my money be? My money will be on sales this week on the dollar, AU. So on AU, Australian dollar versus US dollar, my money is on the downside. Now, again, it may bounce up and down, bounce, and then eventually drop to complete the head and shoulders pattern, but nevertheless, sell is what I'm looking for this week. I also like to see a sell on this one right here. Let's go down to the 30-minute. Okay, 15-minute. And there you go. See what I mean? So it's doing these slant patterns, pop up, slant, pop up, slant, pop up. So first I expect this a pop up first to probably retest some highs, and then I would be looking for sales personally. All right, over here, let me shrink my head so you guys can see this better. So this one here, I don't see much of anything that I like. That one's creating a double top, so keep an eye on it for a potential sale. See? But first, I know a lot of people want to jump in the sale. This is a trap. This is a trap, in my opinion. I think it may pop up first before it goes down. See? It may pop up, slant pattern, pop up, and retest this level at least. So don't jump into sales too quick on that one, in my opinion. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Let me move this out the way. EJ, nope. EU. See, until this tariffs is done, now we have this in the channel now. We got what we're looking for in a downward channel. Where's my channels? Well, I'll just draw the lines. All right, so we got movement to the downside right here. So we clearly are in a downtrend. Okay, so it's just a matter of boop, 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 boop. Okay, let me get these out the way. So ocean waving this thing might be the best option. Oops. Get you down to it. Come on. Ocean waving it. Let's check ocean wave. Ocean wave, for those who don't know, is a system built for the trend trading. And that's what I'm talking about right here. See? See how it's going sideways, and then boom, I expect this thing to drop. Okay? I do expect it to go down further. So if it was me, I would be looking for sales, but first a possible pullback first, okay? Because it's a slant pattern, or they pop up, but we'll see. Excuse me, you guys. Let's go back here. All right, so let's make this bigger. And you see how I created that head and shoulders? Let me make this bigger so you guys can see what I was talking about with AUD, USD, same thing. Right here was the head. Shoulder was over here, and you see how it just went sideways for a while, and then you had to drop. So that's the same thing I'm looking for on the euro dollar. Okay, same thing, sideways and then drop. Okay, this has been choppy and ugly. So for those who want to hold it, again, here's a shoulder, then a drop. Now it's creating another sideways pattern, then a drop. but it's just up to you if you want to hold this little chop stuff. Me personally, I don't, because this is the 4-hour time frame, which means you're going to hold it for a while. But for those who have the patience, then I will be looking for sales, potential sales on this one right here. And if you have the patience to wait it out, then cool, do your thing. But for those who don't, then just leave this one alone. But again, shoulder over here, head up here, shoulder, drop, same pattern. Okay. This has been sideways because of the tariffs, but again, see that sideways and then the drop. But leave it alone, nothing there. Nothing to see, nothing to see. And again, guys, I know, we've been pulling out some pretty nice profits for you guys, mainly my team. They have been doing a really, really good job of Dr. Elvis and Miss Jenny pulling out some profits for you guys in the copycat system. So, hooray to them. I get a little hit in here every once in a while, but right now I haven't really focused on it because the way I trade, see, each one of us trade different. So the way that I trade, I haven't seen a whole lot of sellers, but Dr. Paisley, Dr. Elvis rather, Dr. Paisley and Miss Jenny, they see things differently. So the way that they trade, they saw some nice profits. So this is why you work with the team. Okay. All right. So right here, I do like this as a double top right here. Boom, boom. We have this in the downtrend. So me personally, this week, GJ, I will be looking for some sales. Okay. I wouldn't jump in just yet, but definitely would be looking for some sale opportunities right here. This is a nice setup. I like that. All right. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right. Now here, I don't know whether we should fool with this one or not. And I'll be switching over to the ocean wave in a little bit. See that? Boom, boom, boom. So if it comes back up in this range, yeah, that would be nice. That would be really, really nice. So look like again, this is the dollar. Okay, GU. So it looks like since the tariffs are starting to slow down, it's starting to look like the dollar is starting to gain strength again. Okay, nothing there. Nada. Nada. If the things pull back up, then potentially yes. But right now, I don't see anything. Okay. If this one hits and retaps right here, potentially yes for sale. Okay. And this is what I was telling guys. See how the dollar is gaining strength again? It was dumped off. And now, as things are starting to settle out, you're starting to see what I'm talking about. The dollar is starting to gain strength. Let's go over to the ocean wave. I think this one will continue to go up. Let's go to 30-minute. And there we are, just like I told you. See? So I would be a buyer on the pullback on this one, on dollar CAD. I would definitely be a buyer right here. See that? Right there. So from here, for those who got in early, congrats. You got the ocean wave system. You're already up 99 pips already. So yeah, I would be a buyer. I think this is going to continue to meander up as the markets have been settling out and getting adjusted to. Look at that arrow. Came in and told you right there. Very nice. Very, very nice. See how it just sat, and then it did a breakout to the upside. So I think on this EuroCAD, that's going to continue to keep meandering its way up. But again, me personally, I will wait for a pullback. See how the trend, the channels are saying it's an upward trend. So I'll make for a pullback maybe and then get back in on the upside. I wouldn't jump right in right now. All right, this is going to go up, in my opinion. This is going to go up. It's going to pop. It's just gathering the storm, sitting right here. You can see it right here. It's gathering the storm. And then, boom, it'll break out of there. It'll break out. This is a lopsided head and shoulders, by the way. I forgot that fictional character, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Here's your head, here's your shoulder. This one popped up and then created the shoulder. So the shoulder. Hold on, let me bring myself bigger so y'all can see what I'm saying. Okay, so this is kind of like what he did. Okay, Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's the head and shoulders, but the shoulder, this shoulder doesn't equal this one at this length. It came up here and did it, and then it should continue to go up. Okay. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling. Let's see if we can. That one already jumped. See, here's a head, shoulder, shoulder, pop. Came down, retested, popped. So it could continue to go up. We'll see. Let's look at gold. Gold is interesting right now because people have, as trade deals are starting to come in, people are feeling more comfortable with the settling of the market. And once that happens, then people are going to dump gold. So, I will be looking more as a seller of gold, not a buyer. Because people buy gold when they're afraid, they sell gold when they're comfortable. And so, seeing that this has created a pullback right here. Now, again, let's do it like this. Do it like that. My questioning channels. Let me see if yeah, there we go. My questioning channels. All right, so this will be easier for y'all to see. So let me do this. Bing, bing. Slide you down. And there you go. And there you go. You can see it now. Bing. So you can see it. So this thing may bounce within these channels for a little bit. And if so, that's cool. That's all good. Hopefully it'll bounce back up. And then you get your one break candle that confirms it's a downtrend, and then take it to the downside. Okay. All right. Let me get these out. All right. Let's switch to Ocean. Run through that real quick. I like to pray on the 30-minute. All right. Let's see what these are talking about. All right. So again, as I told you, this is looking like it's going to the downside. Let's see where you're going. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like that one. Nope. No, this could pop to the upside. Like I was telling you guys, it could go up and hit. Again, Ocean Wave is for those who like trend trading. So if you're a person who like to trade the trend, then this is going to be your friend. Okay. I don't see anything there. A lot of them are still choppy. That's why, I'm just scooting right past them. They're just choppy. Not worth my time. I don't like it. See all that choppiness? It's not worth it. And when they're down like this, guys, for those who have the Ocean Wave, let's go back. First of all, I pull it tight so you can see it. And if this says it wants to go up, that's cool. I will wait for a pullback and see if it goes. But that's where you say you want to go, and I'm cool with it. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot. I told you because the markets are so sideways right now. They're so choppy. All right, this well's telling you on gold. Let's go to the 15-minute. This well's telling you. It could go down immediately, or it may do a pullback and go from there. Okay. But again, guys, I don't see a whole lot to jump off of just to say, hey, as soon as the market open, I'm ready to get in right now. I gotta get in this trade right now. I don't see that right now. You let the market settle out. Plus, today is Mother's Day. Spend time with your mom, or whoever your significant person is who raised you, or whatever. Because sometimes it's not always a mother. It could be a grandmother. It could be even a dad, to all the single dads out there. All right, this one looks like it wants to go up. This was what I was telling you about the dollar pairs. Okay, see that? See? So the dollar pairs, let me go to the 30. Yep, these dollar pairs, I told you, this, if anything, I'm riding these up. I wait for a pullback. That's a definite one that I would like. But it's so choppy. See what I'm saying? So I will wait for it to, like right here, when it retested, right there. And then, boom, you came back out of there. That's what I'm talking about. Waiting for retest. And that was 48-bit move. See, it shoots up real big, come back, retest this wave. Once it touches the wave, then you get in. See what like it did up here? Shot up, retested this wave, and popped out of there. Retest the wave, pop out of there. So that's the kind of stuff you want to look for. Okay, retest, see? Okay. Pulls back some, and then get ready to go back up. Here, over here, you can see it retested the wave and popped out of there. Okay. All right. So anyway, guys, I think that's enough. By the way, on the futures market, man, we've been knocking the park out of that thing, boy. New York session with Uncle P, we had our first week last week, and we did well. We did hit some profits on that. Miss Jenny is doing well, and then in the Asian session, we've just been on fire. So, guys, if you want to be in a live setting, trading your own account, but with guidance, and let me say this, because a lot of you guys, you come in and say, okay, well, I can get an indicator, and I can do it myself, and like somebody said in the comments on one of my videos that I posted yesterday, they say, hey, man, I've been trying this for a long time with no success. So, see, let me be very clear on something with you guys. Having an indicator without the knowledge of the market structure and how it's going to move for that day, the indicators is not going to help you at all. This is why a lot of you guys, you keep buying indicator, and you still are failing because you keep thinking that you can just buy the indicator and not have what they call tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge means a understanding of the environment that you're working in. Okay, the market's behavior change every single day. Okay, now they have certain patterns that are rinse and repeatable, but like you've seen with the lopsided head and shoulders, see, it's not always going to be exactly the same. Okay, and therefore having guidance on, okay, here's what we're looking at for today before you even look at indicators. Okay, you got to look at market structure, break it down, look and see, okay, where's this potentially going to go? And then you put the indicators on. And once they confirm an entry for you, then you enter. Too many of you guys are just jumping straight to the indicators thinking you know what you're doing. You're blowing up accounts because you refuse to get guidance. And that is what Forex is trying to do for you guys. That's why I don't do the free classes anymore. We're going to take this up a step further. Instead of talking in theory, you're literally live in class with me and Miss Jenny, where we're showing you exactly what we're doing and you're learning the process. It's not just about indicators. It's about learning how to understand the market for that day, understand where it potentially can go, understanding what news events may impact that trade for that day, and therefore then you use the indicators to indicate where a good potential entry will be, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so stop coming in thinking, oh, I see the indicator, I'll just go find me an indicator, I'll just go, and then you walk off and you keep blowing up your accounts. Well, that's on you. Because truth be told, what we're charging for Forex, it's pennies on the dollar. And think about how many accounts you've blown up. Think about how much money you've given away because you're trying to be cheap, because you don't want to learn the knowledge of it. Because when I was trying to learn how to trade futures, I was quietly behind the scenes. I ain't say nothing to nobody. But I was paying thousands of dollars to get educated because I knew it would pay off. I knew it would pay off. Okay, and so a lot of these guys, the Mambas, the Juviers, and all, they charging a lot of money, thousands of dollars to get into their group. In fact, I told you guys I had paid $3,500, and it was good money, very good investment in Juvier's group. And one of the people who's in our group now said that they had to go through the interview process, and they were charging them $5,000 to get in their group. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? See, it's not cheap. Knowledge should not be cheap. And truth be told, I shouldn't be charging this low of a price. I just want to do that to help a lot of people out who's in struggling countries or who's losing their jobs. But I should be charging a whole lot more for what I'm doing for me and Jenny. I really should, and I might do that in the future, because you have to value what you're paying for. Okay, you have to value knowledge. You have to value when people are spending time with you, showing you the ropes step by step. And you realize the indicators is one of the smallest parts of the puzzle. It's not the only part of the puzzle. It's the knowledge of learning how to read the markets, reading the indicators, reading the candlestick patterns, reading this and that. And then you add in the indicators to be able to say, okay, now I understand how the whole thing works together. The whole thing. But if you want to keep blowing up your accounts, do you? Okay. Anyway. If you want to be part of the copycat service, Super Easy Copycat, the link is at the top. If you want to be part of the live trading sessions in Futrix, we have 2 different programs. We have an Asian session and we have a New York session, or you can do both. It's up to you. So the link is up there on Futrix.com. All right, guys, happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers and all those who are stepping in on behalf of mothers, who's raising people who have maybe adopted children or whatever you do. Aunties, uncles, grandmothers, whatever, whoever's playing a motherly role to help raise these significant others in their lives, whoever raised you, regardless. I call them programmers. I wrote one time and I call them programmers, whoever's your programmer. And what I meant by that is whoever raised you and gave you life and protected you and put food on the table and a roof over your head, whoever they are, just honor them today. Even if you're not a fan of them, maybe you guys are having disagreements, nevertheless, they did the best they could with the knowledge they had. So just give them a moment to say thank you for what they have done. Okay? All right, you guys, peace and hair grease. Happy Mother's Day. I'm out.